We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to the start of the college basketball season here on BFA Sports, as we are set to bring you the opener, the season opener for Atlantic Cape Community College. The Buccaneers are back, and we'll have the live broadcast for you tonight on BFA Sports. Mike Gill with you. I'll drive you through tonight's action as ACCC, a highly anticipated season for them. They will open up the season against the Roadrunners of Rowan College of South Jersey, Gloucester County, and it's all here at Stockton University for the tip-off of the 2021 college basketball season. The starters are being introduced. We'll bring them to you in just a second here for Atlantic Cape. The Roadrunners have come in with one game under their belt. They were a winner in their season opener, and ACCC will make their debut tonight. Rowan College 84-76 over Delaware Tech a couple of days ago, and in that game, Contavious Rogers, 17 points, Nick Sambor, 15 points, and also 14 points for Lattice Taylor. Those guys are back in the starting lineup tonight. They are joined by Mel Robinson and Ryan Seek. And for ACCC, the starting lineup will consist of Tim Bethel out of Atlantic City, David Coit from Columbus, New Jersey, Jonathan Cosme Almeida from Denver, Colorado, Richard Jones, who played at Nottingham High, and Mohammed Mbai from Johns Creek, Georgia. That makes up your starting five tonight for Atlantic Cape Community College. They are coached by Alan Ragland, are the Buccaneers, and they are highly anticipating this season with as many as 7 Division I players. A lot of these Buccaneers are getting looks tonight, including a guy to keep an eye on in Richard Jones, also David Coit. Those two guys in the backcourt are going to be a handful this year in the junior college Division III ranks. Is their goal this year, ACCC, a national championship. That's what they have their eyes on. They are trying to make this a destination on the East Coast, and we are set to start the 2021 college basketball season here with ACCC dressed in blue. Rowan will be dressed in white, and they will be moving right to left on the video. We are set to jump the ball as the ACCC season set to begin here in Pomona tonight. Bethel will jump, and he wins it. Richard Jones runs the point for the Buccaneers. Already a whistle off the ball. It looked like something with the clock. So Jones, Coit in the backcourt for the Buccaneers. Dave Coit, multiple Division I offers. He's a guy to keep an eye on. And another whistle, something with, again, it looks like the clock. The 20-minute halves, of course, in college basketball, 30-second shot clock. It's the first game for everybody.
Yeah, why not, Mike? We usually are the ones with the wiring issues, but it seems to be at the scorer's table going on right now. Maybe they could keep it old school. Keep it on the officials.
Flip them. Do a flip score.
Keep the clock on the old the old wristwatch. You look like the pocket watch type guy, though.
Nah, I never wore a watch.
Ah, man.
Not a big fan of the watch. I like to keep my.
It's too bad. Your BFA end of the year bonus was going to be a rollie, but since you're not a watch guy, we'll just put that to the side.
So the officials are now having both teams head to the bench. So that's how we start the 2021 season, much like the 2020 season, kind of wonky, and we'll see how this one goes. ACCC Rowan College of South Jersey here on BFA Sports to start the season off. Charles Hope, Nick Penza are on the cameras tonight. Sean O'Brien will be on the scoreboard. And Doug Stasic is your producer. So if anything goes wrong, blame him.
Yeah, we've already had people reach out to us on Twitter. You got to follow us at BFA Livestream. Kudos and congrats. Looks like Williamstown advances in the girls volleyball final for sectional, South Jersey sectional final, so they'll advance on Thursday. Had some people reach out to us on Twitter earlier. And, Mike, we were talking about the talent that's on the court tonight. We already had 7 different D1 basketball coaches who automatically picked us up and started subscribing to that YouTube channel at BFA Live Sports. Encourage you all to do much the same. So, welcome,
they
everybody.
got their eyes on these Buccaneers tonight. So, hopefully we can get this game back rolling and bring it to you here on BFA. Has obviously got a little bit of a issue down on the court. Both teams back out on the floor as we are kind of set to restart the 2021 season. A lot of college basketball underway. Got the Champions Classic on the D1 side tonight. Here's Jones. Might remember him from Nottingham. Jones, pull up 3. In and out, no good. Rebound, ripped down and taken by Sambor. Sambor in transition. Here come the Roadrunners, and they get the first bucket. Is Quintavious Rogers with the bucket. 2-0 Roadrunners. Jones, top of the key. And a blocking foul, late to get there. Dave Coit, he's a guy they're counting on a lot. He has been with Alan Ragland for a couple of years. He brought him here from Columbus, New Jersey. He's a guy who had some D1 offers. Jones and Coit in the backcourt. Left-hand dribble between the legs. Left of the lane, and he gets it poked from the backside. It'll stay with the Buccaneers. 13 on the shot clock. 19:07 left to play. Early stages. Inbound. Almeida, scoop shot, no good. Rebound, fought for, and tipped out of bounds. And it looks like it was off the hands of Tim Bethel, and it'll go to the Roadrunners. They lead it 2-0. Sambor, a Williamstown product, inbounds the ball. Quintavious Rogers led the Roadrunners in scoring in their opener. He brings up the ball for Rowan College. Over on the wing, inside the three-point arc, just inside, and it's a long 2. Rowan takes an early 4-0 lead. Mel Robinson with the jumper. Veering to the right, top of the key. Left-hand dribble, shoots it down low, and a nice reverse lay in there. First bucket is Cosme Almeida via Denver, Colorado.
Air's a little bit thicker here.
Long 3, front rim, no good. Rebound, scoop down. Coit in transition. Right of the lane, all the way to the basket. Scoop shot, no good. Rebound, ripped out. Transition. Here comes Rogers. Rogers all the way, and he's going to get a jam. So Quintavious Rogers, the freshman from Louisville, Georgia, has a couple. And they lead it 6-2. Richard Jones, Trenton Catholic, takes it to the bucket. And he is fouled en route. You remember him from the Iron Mikes. He'll get to the line for the 2-shot foul.
A good aggressive move right here. You can see that Atlantic Cape trying to get the chemistry going here early in the season. Game number 1. A little surprised it might be down early in this one, but nonetheless, be aggressive, get to the lane, take the charity.
Free throw by Jones is good. Early substitution, Justin Boston into the game. So Boston in and quickly. And the second free throw is good. So a pair at the line for Jones, 6-4, Buccaneers trail. Sambor brings it up. Spins, top of the key, left of the lane, into the corner. Rogers knifing to the basket, got a shot thrown away by Bethel, but he was bodied first. And Quantavious Rogers, a 6'3 freshman, will get to the line for Rowan College. One game under their belt. He led them in scoring. 6 of 9 shooting. Hit 4 of 6 threes in 29 minutes in the opener. And his first free throw is short. 6-4. Rowan leaves. Rogers from Loganville, Georgia, making the long excursion up to Gloucester County. Second free throw is good. 7-4 lead. Coit cut off on the baseline. Took steps. Turnover, ACCC. Rogers inbounds the ball. Sambora defended by Almeida. Pressure from Almeida. Crosses the timeline. Veers to the right. Top of the key. Over on the left side for Rogers. Down in the post for Taylor. Taylor trying to get up a shot. His layup is too strong. Off the mark. Runs it out of bounds. It's off of Bethel. And it'll stay with the Roadrunners. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bethel's going to leave the game. And Justin Baxter, a 6'7 freshman from Bamberg, South Carolina, averaged a double-double in high school, 14.5 points, 15.5 rebounds, and even 2.9 blocks. So he's in there to defend that paint. Rogers off on the right side. Long three. Sambor in and out, no good. And the rebound's ripped down by the Buccaneers. In transition, here comes Coit. Nice down the lane. Foul shot, extended, off the mark, hits the front of the rim, but he was bumped, and he'll get to the line. 16:46, first half, Rowan College 7-4, early stages. Dave Coit at the line, a 5'9", 170-pound freshman. First free throw is good, and he's getting a lot of looks, so this is a big season for him in Mays Landing. ACCC, first game of the season. Coit hits a pair, cuts the lead to 1. They trail 7-6. He has his first 2 points of the 2021 season. Rogers crosses the timeline, veers off to the right-hand side, back up to the top of the key for Sambor. Cutting Rogers, cuts through the lane, loses the handle, and turns it over. So the Buccaneers force a turnover and now have a chance to take the lead, trailing by 1 with 16:31 to play here in the first half. 7-6, Rowan College with the lead. A little pressure now from the Roadrunners. And a near steal. Mel Robinson. They inbound the ball. Coit will bring it up. Coit between the circles, gets a screen. No look and not on the same page. Almeida was going one way, Coit threw it the other. Turnover. So Rowan College will get it back. Another change for ACCC. And Swallow Young, a 6'6 freshman from Lexington, South Carolina, has entered the game for the first time. A lot of size on this ACCC roster.
ACCC squad, man, they've been getting it on in the offseason, training with a guy we know real well, and Rob Fishbein, notorious for his beach workouts down there in Margate. This Atlantic Cape squad, it shows up time and again. He said he was very impressed with these guys over the last 6 months.
Sambor dribble drive, takes it to the hole strong, tip, no good, rebound pulled down by Boston. Boston in transition. It's poked from behind. Now it's out of control, and it goes out of bounds, and the ball will go. No sign yet. It goes back to the Roadrunners. So a lot of helter-skelter play from Rowan College. They lead it 7-6. Quantavious Rogers, he'll bring the ball up. So Rogers and Sambor doing a lot of the ball handling for the Roadrunners. Left hand dribble, left of the lane, top of the key. Sambor ball fake, cuts between the lane, no look pass, and the ball bounces off the ground. Now it's on the end line as Lattice Taylor couldn't control it. And we go back and forth on the seesaw here with turnover, 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 turnover. Here's Coit up the right sideline. Cross court. Little body off the back iron and out of bounds on the rebound. It'll stay with ACCC. Inbound, Coit catches. Little 17-footer good. So smooth from the left-hand side gives ACCC their first lead of the season. They lead it 8-7, 15:09 left to play. Sambor back to Rogers. Rogers right of the lane, kick out in the corner, a long three. It's no good, but a whistle first, and an off-the-ball foul. An offensive foul called. Check it out on the BFA replay there. You're going to get Rogers just out of control as he tries to kick that pass out, and he ran right into the defender. And ACCC will get the ball back. 8-7, they lead. 15:01 to play, first half. Sloppy play early. ACCC trying to smooth things out. Little foul line jumper just inside the foul line, and the bucket's good by Richard Jones. Daniel Wellington into the game for the Roadrunners for the first time. He's with the ball. Off.
Coit's been a handful on defense. I mean, he's doing nice pressure out there on the point, making him work the whole entire floor.
Out of control shot, ripped down the rebound. Here come the Buccaneers. Baxter with the board, over to Jones. Jones fires a pass cross court for Boston into the corner. They're going to slow it back down and set it up. Coit, long three. Coit off the rim, no good. Rebound ripped down by Denby. Darnell Denby into the game from Westville, New Jersey. Into the corner. Back to Denby. Denby working on the post, spin, up and under, and good defense by the Buccaneers, and it's a one and done. Baxter comes down with the board. Over to Jones. Jones, foul line from the elbow. Jones is pure, and he gets that to go. Richard Jones gives the Buccaneers a 12-7 lead.
The Buccaneers able to convert here, putting pressure on, making Rowan play the whole entire floor. Good rotation out there up front.
Sambor brings it up, uses the screen. Nice little pick and roll, up and fouled. And that's going to send Lattice Taylor, the 6'3 sophomore, to the line. Nice little look there by Nick Sambor. And Gloucester's been scoreless here for the last couple of minutes, trying to get that drought with a couple of free throws here. Lattice Taylor. First free throw, no good. Hit 4 of 4 of his free throws in the first game. 14 points on 5 of 8 shooting for the Roadrunners in their first game. Taylor out of Beverly, New Jersey. I like to weigh no pounds. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Second free throw, good. 12-8. Running back the other way quickly, Baxter. With a lay-in, Mbai puts it in. Muhammad Mbai. 14-8. Wellington in the corner, long three. Denby, and it's stuck between the, boy, that one went over. That's almost impossible to do. You won't see that every day. Shot it over the rim, and it got stuck between the rim and the backboard on the opposite side of the shot.
And these are the plays Wellington had to pull the trigger there, but if RCGC is going to keep up pace, got to take the money when the money is ready to run.
To Darnell Denby, the inbound, right back to Denby for three, and this one goes.
Oh, nice.
So Denby for three.
Stroke.
Cuts the lead to three. Coit, and he is fouled way out. Coit is a handful for Lattice Taylor to try to defend. You got Taylor 6'3", trying to run with Dave Coit 5'9", and Coit just went right past him. Good acceleration. They're going to get Quantavious Rogers, who had a quick break. He'll come back into the game. He replaces Lattice Taylor. ACCC 14-11. They inbound the ball. Here's Coit. Quarters court into the corner. Mbai takes it, loses the handle, comes back down with it, kicks it back out. Might have got away with the travel. Coit, no-look pass, and a nice jam by Justin Baxter. So Coit with the dime, Baxter with the jam. Knifing, left-hand shot, blocked away by Baxter. So a dunk by Baxter, a block by Baxter. Left of the lane here, yep. You see the scoop shot, and Baxter just not having it. 16-11, ACCC in the lead.
Yeah, he's owning the lane. I mean, talk about getting back, playing defense. Deny.
Inbound, loses the handle underneath is Jeremy Young, but he was fouled. So Young, a sophomore, a couple guys from Beverly, Taylor and Young, will get to the line. Both of them have been to the free throw line here in this game. So Jeremy Young, first free throw, rattles down. Did not appear in the first game. His first appearance of the season for the Roadrunners, who are 1-0 entering tonight's contest. Second shot coming. It's good. Makes a pair from the line and a steal. Young gets a tip, and the layup is short. Gets his own rebound miss. Young pump fake. Throws it away. Coit, coast to coast. Coit, layup, good. So off the turnover, the Roadrunners can't get it to go, and the ACCC gets one. And Coit starting to clap, and a timeout taken by Rowan College. 12-12 left to play here in the first half. It's 18-13 Buccaneers over the Roadrunners on BFA Sports.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Back here at Stockton College, ACCC and Rowan College playing here at Big Blue tonight to kick off the season. ACCC leads 18-13 Buccaneer basketball here on BFA Sports. Our friends over at Sunrun helping us out for this one tonight. Back to live action. Denby left of the lane. Denby scoop shot short, rebound by Young. Young looking for a little help, and he just throws it away. Nearly threw it away. He was knocked out of bounds there by Jeremy Young. You can tell Young was not too comfortable bringing the ball up there, and they're going to get him out quickly. Tim Bethel from Atlantic City, the sophomore, 6'8" is Tim Bethel now. There's Dave Coit. Leaves it off on the left-hand side. Coit using the screen off to Almeida in the corner. Almeida loses the footing. Now he's on the ground. We got a tie up, and he throws it back to Coit. 5 to shoot. Coit down the middle. Coit is fouled. Or did he take steps first? We lost the pivot as the shot clock was winding down. We'll see it right here. As Coit looks up, he's got 5 seconds to shoot, dribbles through a couple of guys, and then loses the pivot foot there. RC with the ball. Kind of scoop, loses the handle. And ACCC trying to get the outlet pass, nearly stolen away there by Quantavious Rogers. 18-13, Buccaneers lead. There's Jones. Jones crosses the timeline. Jones over off the left-hand side. 3-ball up. It's short. Rebound Almeida, and it is taken out of bounds by Wellington. So Atlantic Cape 18-13 over Rowan College with the ball. 11:06 to play in the first half. Jones uses the screen, top of the key, long three. Jones from way out, and Richard Jones with a three, and it's a 8-point lead. Young at the foul line. Young, runner. And he's fouled en route. So Jeremy Young, the sophomore, will get back to the free throw line here. 10:43 to play, first half. Young hit a pair his last time at the stripe. This one goes down, rattles in, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Another change for Atlantic Cape as they bring in Young. Second free throw coming, 7-point game. No good. Rebound, though, ripped down by Wellington. They're going to restart the offense. So Young at the elbow, up and down, lost the handle, but that's because Bethel got in there for Atlantic Cape. Looked like he got a hand on the ball. So good defense there by Tim Bethel for the Buccaneers. Jones with the pressure. Crosses the timeline, goes behind the back, right of the lane. Jones, step back, and that's short. The rebound, though, offensive putback, no good. Young gets a shot blocked from the backside, but he's fouled. And Young will go to the free throw line. So good offensive rebound there off the miss from Richard Jones. And the freshman from Lexington, South Carolina, heads to the free throw line. Banks that first one in.
I think I heard him call glass.
Whatever works. Second shot for Young. Looking to extend the lead. Off the back iron, no good. Ripped down by Jones. Rogers. Rogers, outlet. Good catch. Down in the paint. Shot up, too strong. Craven shot too strong. The Buccaneers back in transition. Jones, crossover. Jones down on the baseline, and he took steps. So Young, Jones looked to shoot on that, and then he kind of passed it off. I don't think Young was ready for it.
Gotta love trying to distribute the ball, get all the teammates there involved. Kind of surprised. Atlantic Cape's size, haven't pounded the ball a whole lot in the paint, been relying on the outside shooting. Wonder if that's going to change as this game wears on.
Rogers strikes down the middle, can't get that to fall, and Young comes up with another rebound. Outlet transition, here comes Jones. Jones between the legs, pulls it back out. Between the circles, into the corner, long three, down it goes! And a big three, looked like Justin Boston with the lefty stroke. Gives Atlantic Cape a 9-point lead. Coy turning up the defensive intensity. Rogers for three. No good. Rebound ripped down by Bethel. Back to Jones. Lead by 10. Jones knifing all the way, coast to coast. And a layup is good. And Atlantic Cape with a 12-point lead. But right back the other way to cut it to 10. Oh, he missed the bunny. And the rebound is taken out by Young. Back in transition. Here comes Coit. Coit, foul line, leaves it off. Jones, long three. Jones, in and out, no good. Rip down. Bethel, the layup is short. Bethel gets his own rebound and puts it back. And Tim Bethel with the bucket. It gives the Bucks a 14-point lead. And a timeout on the floor by Rowan College. 28-14, 8:49 to play. Buccaneers basketball on BFA Sports.
My solar system specifically means to the environment. We're going to have a greener society. I mean, we need to give back to our kids. That's the main thing. And I want nothing more than to give, you know, what I have now, able to, 100 years from now, my grandkids are still able to do that. If we're using all the fossil fuels up, you know, that's not going to be a possibility. I'm all in. Saves money and saves the planet. So the Bright Box is an amazing idea. What it is just a big
28-14, Atlantic Cape leading Rowan College of Gloucester. 8:49 left to play. Opening night here in the NCAA, all over college basketball tonight. We've got the opener. Montavious Rogers, Wellington in the paint, kick out. Young for three, down it goes. Nice stroke there by Jeremy Young. Cuts the lead back to 11. Coit, left hand, too strong, and the rebound comes down by Denby. Denby knocked out of bounds over there by Justin Boston, who had a three just moments ago to pad that Atlantic Cape lead. Rogers, the trigger man, gets it to Denby. Denby with a left-hand drive, no-look scoop pass. Now Young into the corner. Rogers for three. Front rim no good. And an offensive board. Foul line jumper way short. Boston with the air ball miss. Here comes Boston up the left sideline. Leaves it for Rogers. Jones. Jones between the circles. Jones into the corner. Boston for three. Back iron no good. Off of Rogers, it goes out of bounds.
Shameless plug for BFA Sports right in the middle of that game there, Mike.
28-17, Atlantic Cape leads with the ball. 7:39 left to play here in this first half. Richard Jones, the trigger man, underneath his own basket. Boston, floater, Coit, rebound, Craven, and a foul. Looks like Mbai not happy with the foul call. Nonetheless, he's whistled for the foul. 5 team fouls for the Buccaneers. Rogers off on the right-hand side, up top. 3 ball, back iron no good, rebound. Taken down by Baxter. Jones in transition. Jones foul line jumper, and it's short, but he hits the deck and he was fouled. So Jones will head to the free throw line with an 11-point lead, 7:10 left to play here in the first half. A little bit of a helter-skelter opener for both of these. Well, Atlantic Cape is in their opener. Rowan has played 1 game. Jones from the free throw line. He is pure on the first attempt. He's a sophomore. Played at Mississippi Valley State, home of one Jerry Rice last season. And he is here back closer to his hometown. Richard Jones out of Hamilton Township, went to Nottingham High School. Makes the second, 30-17, pads the lead. Craven just into the game. Hits a cutter, spin out, 3. Thought about it. Craven, baseline jumper, no good. Offensive board, put back, blocked away there by Baxter. Baxter has been a presence in the middle, has a dunk, a pair of blocks for Atlantic Cape. I like that hoodie that gentleman's wearing on the Atlantic Cape sideline, man. They're going to have to pass me up some of that.
Hey.
Well, Bucks gear. Watch Baxter here. Great anticipation. And he uses the left hand, offhand with the block. There's an athlete for you. Blocked with both hands. Didn't leave his feet. His second block of the game.
Yeah, he's been just dominating down there in the paint. I mean, you see Atlantic Cape using their size. Coach Ragland got to be happy with the effort that he's seen out of this squad. Transitioning the big defensive stops into big points. And they may have been behind early, but now they're on a run.
Penza, get out of the way.
Uh-oh.
30-17 Atlantic Cape.
A lot of hustle by Penza there on the camera.
Note it. Mel Robinson, the freshman from Woodbury, will inbound the ball. Set play. Nice little no-look pass as Sam Bohr over for Ryan Ski from Tuckerton, New Jersey. A little bit up the road from here.
Just up the Parkway.
6'5" at the free throw line for the first time tonight. First free throw, no good. Remember, a lot of these guys are freshmen playing college basketball for the first time and didn't have much of a high school season last year. Very wonky situation with the COVID, so a lot of those guys maybe played a handful of high school games and now are playing their first real organized basketball in quite some time. Second free throw, good. A little pressure, steal. Bounce pass too strong. Young up and under. Young floater, short, rebound. Young gets it. Shot clock resets.
Roadrunners working hard to move the ball around. I think sometimes maybe one too many passes, putting themselves in a little bit of trouble.
Young walked as he was looking for someone to pass to. Is a lot of pressure from the Buccaneers. And another turnover. Here's Coit looking for an alley-oop. And a catch there by Boston. But when Boston came down, he hit the end line. So another turnover. Back and forth they go with the turnovers. Sam Bohr brings it up the right sideline. Defended by Boston. Swings it across the top of the key. Left of the lane, shot up, and Baxter alters that shot, and here comes Coit. Coit, one-on-one, all the way to the basket. The left-hand shot, too strong, and the rebound's taken down by Jeremy Young. Baseball pass, the length of the court, and up. And the layup is too strong. Now Young with a jumper, and that one goes. Baxter hustled his way back, but it was really 3-on-1 and a 10-point lead now for Atlantic Cape. Near steal. Bounce pass into the corner. Baxter, ball high over his head, hits a cutting Boston, and Boston gets a layup in the middle of the paint. So they push the lead back to 12 with 5:26 to play here in the first half. Near steal by Coit. Into the corner. Young for three, and that goes down. So Young's three cuts the lead to 9.
Pretty transition there by the Roadrunners.
32-23. And a foul.
Sean, 23.
So after the three, it's a 9-point game, 32-23, 5:02 to play here in the first half. Richard Jones is at the free throw line. First one is good. 14 points for Jones so far in this game. And the second one is good. So Jones up to 15 of the 34 for Atlantic Cape.
Mike, it seems like he's shooting the lights out, but you never have to worry about the lights being out when you're with Sunrun Solar.
Cutting, three. Robinson missed the mark. Baxter comes up with the rebound. Here's Jones. Coit tries a shovel pass down to Baxter, and it was tipped away and stolen by the Roadrunners. Back in transition. Young all the way. Loses the handle as Almeida might have got a hand on it. And a foul is called, though. A lot of fouls, a lot of turnovers. Opening night See in transition, Young just trying to get there. And it looked like Richard Jones just kind of knocked the ball away, but Almeida might have got him from the backside. They're saying the call is down on the floor. 17 fouls for Atlantic Cape. Here's Young. The free throw is good by Jeremy Young, who's coming off the bench to lead the way with 12 points for Rowan College. Second free throw coming, and that is good as well. 9-point game for Atlantic Cape. They lead with the ball. 4:27 left to play here in the half. Off to the right side, layup by Boston, and he is fouled en route to the basket. So Justin Boston, a freshman from Silver Spring, Maryland, will get his first free throw attempts. Hit a big three earlier in the half here. So Boston, another one of the, talked about the size that Atlantic Cape has. Boston 6'5", and the lefty's first free throw is good. Pushes the lead back to 10. 5 points for Justin Boston, the guard from Silver Spring, Maryland. The left-handed free throw here. And that is good as well. 11-point lead. Opening night. Jeremy Young. Bounce pass. Sambor. Defended. Doubled. Tries to get through. Almeida with a near steal. Kick out. Young for three. And in and out, no good off the front of the rim. And the rebound is taken down by Boston. Outlet pass for Coit. And he is going to get a alley-oop. But the miss by Baxter couldn't get the bunny to fall. Now, Young. Scoop shot. No good. And the ball is out of bounds. It'll go back to Atlantic Cape. We think anyway. Nope, looks like they're going to say that went off of Atlantic Cape last, and the Roadrunners regained possession. 3:44 left to play in the first half. Trying to trigger. A little left-hand runner, no good. The rebound is Almeida on the floor. Loose ball. Baxter comes out with it. Here comes Jones. Jones, long three. Jones, bang! And Jones from way out gives Atlantic Cape a 39-25 lead. Sambor, right of the lane. Scoop shot altered by Baxter, and they're going to get Baxter for a foul.
Man, you used to have to dial long distance when you had to travel that kind of path to the ball. But man, oh man, he was in the gym and he was in range.
Way out there by Jones, who's got 18 points for Atlantic Cape. Sambor, Nick Sambor's a sophomore, hits his first free throw. A couple changes for both sides. Number 13 is into the game for Atlantic Cape. That is Young. Second free throw is good. So a pair of free throws. Rowan College keeping it close. And another change real quick. Daniel Wellington, a freshman, is into the game. Here comes some pressure from the Roadrunners. They trail by 12. Jones beats the pressure. Crosses to Coit. Coit, coast to coast, loses the handle, tries to reverse. And he is fouled underneath on the baseline. 10 team fouls now for Rowan College. So Atlantic Cape, see Coit. He kind of got suffocated under there, and he was just looking to throw the pass out. He figured if three are on me, somebody's got to be open. But he got fouled first. Coit at the free throw line. A lot of eyes on David Coit this season. Had a bunch of D1 offers and looks and decided, you know what, I'm going to work on my game here at Atlantic Cape, and hopefully someone takes notice how I play, why I'm getting a lot of playing time. It's the free throw, 41-27. Near steal, Coit with the defensive pressure. Look at him getting on the floor. He's going to get called for a foul as he was all over Dan Wellington, figuring out what flavor of gum he was chewing.
Coach Ragland doesn't agree with the caller. He's looking for a different opinion, but nonetheless, the Roadrunners going to go to the charity stripe.
19 foul for Atlantic Cape sends Daniel Wellington to the free throw line. Just under 3 minutes left to play in the first half. And Wellington's first shot is good on the 1-and-1. First points of the game for Wellington. And the second one's good. Hanging around. The lead is 12, 41-29. Here's Jones. Coit goes right by his man, slashing to the basket, blocked away by Young, and kept in bounds, but it's going to go to the Roadrunners there.
Young's been scrappy for RCGC. Been coming up big with some of the boards down low offensively, and here defense holding his ground and creating another turnover, but now the Roadrunners got to convert, keep themselves in this one.
Young leads the way with 13 points for Rowan. Wellington in the corner, Young. Denby left of the lane. Denby gets to the basket too strong, and the rebound is taken down by Boston. Jones, three, Coit, front rim, no good, and the rebound still on the floor, and looks like Wellington may have hit it last as he was running out of bounds for it. 2:19 left to play. Atlantic Cape will inbound. So Jones will be the trigger man. 41-29, they lead. 2:19 left to play here in the half. 20 to shoot on the shot clock. Nice feed. Almeida can't hold. Rebound, and then it's knocked away. Young had it. And it looked like Wellington got a hand in there, but maybe too much of a hand in there. And that's going to send Young, I believe, to the line as Rowan College is in the penalty. Free throw no good. Young has struggled from the line, 0 for 3 so far. And Sulo Young, Lexington, South Carolina, here at Atlantic Cape. Second free throw off the mark. Bethel tried to corral it. The Roadrunners will get the ball back here, trailing 41-29. Jeremy Young, who did not play in the first game for Rowan College, he has led the way with 13 points. 18 leads all scorers from Richard Jones. Long three, off the mark, saved. They'll get a new shot clock. Wellington stepped on the sideline, and good defense there. Almeida and Coit trapping and getting a turnover. So Atlantic Cape will get the ball back. A lot of turnovers in this one for both teams so far as they're feeling each other out in the season opener for Atlantic Cape. Jones fires back to Coit. Coit crosses the timeline over to Almeida, who goes baseline, spins back out over to Boston. Coit. And he and Almeida off the mark again. Almeida was cutting towards the basket. Coit was just trying to give him a bounce pass. We got another turnover. Rowan College has not been able to capitalize on these turnovers. And a walk. Mel Robinson. You can see he was trying to go one way, thought about going the other. We got a technical foul. So shooting the technicals will be Richard Jones, it looks like, for Atlantic Cape. So after a slow start for the Buccaneers, they have started to get things together. Their backcourt of Coit and Jones really leading the way. 18 for Jones, 8 so far for Coit. And here's Jones has a chance to get to 20. Gets that one to go. He has 19 of the 42. Hits a pair, and he's got 20 for the Buccaneers. So Richard Jones, a big night here in the opener so far, as Atlantic Cape, showing why they are very excited about this season. Young catches the inbounds. Coit uses the screen off from Bethel. Back to Jones. Jones catch, shoot from way out front rim, no good. Rebound, rip down, Almeida. And on the end line, we'll go back to Rowan College. 43-29. Now some pressure. Buccaneers show, and then they quickly retreat. Sambor doubled. Turnaround. Denby, too strong. Almeida ripped down the rebound. Under a minute to play, first half. Almeida leaves it for Coit. Almeida between the back. Has a good look at the basket from the free throw line. Bethel gets the offensive board, resets the shot clock. Near steal. Now Young with a tip and a steal. All the way. Sambor loses it. And Richard Jones getting back to play some good defense. Even with the 43-29 lead, Buccaneers still hustling. No freebies with 31.7 seconds left to play here in the first half, opening night. Buccaneers and Roadrunners. Now they got together and changed the call, so the Bucs will have the ball back. Look like they make the right call on the change there. Coit puts it into another gear, left of the lane. Coit, little front runner, good. And Coit's in double figures with 10 with a little baseline. 45-29, Denby to Wellington. Wellington trying to get some separation, and he took steps. And the Buccaneers' defensive pressure is beginning to be a little too much for the Roadrunners here. Isaiah Harold, a freshman, entering the game for the first time out of Deptford, New Jersey. See if they get one last shot here. 6 seconds, 5, Coit, 4 seconds, Coit backs up, foot inside the line, and it's short, but the offensive board, it goes up, and they get it to fall. And the rebound by Young. Watch this shot as Young, just before the light goes on, gets it to go and gives the Buccaneers a 18-point lead, 47-29. Atlantic Cape leads Rowan College of South Jersey, Gloucester County here on opening night. Atlantic Cape Buccaneer basketball on BFA Sports.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
We're back here at halftime, Mike and Doug, as we set to bring you the second half Buccaneers basketball here on BFA Sports. Atlantic Cape's opener tonight against Rowan College, 47-29. And big first half there by Richard Jones as we are we are set to start the second half here on BFA's live stream all season long with Atlantic Cape Buccaneer basketball. 20 points leads the way. Richard Jones all the way to the basket. Strong to start the second half. Justin Boston getting the second half start. He did not start the game, but he's starting in the second half here. And he gets the first bucket to push the lead up to 20. Rogers loses the handle. Stolen away. Tip. And by. Mel Robinson with good defense there. 49-29, Atlantic Cape leading Rowan College of South Jersey, Gloucester County. It's the opener for Atlantic Cape, the Buccaneers, here at Jerry Matthews Court on the campus of Stockton University. Big Blue, as it's affectionately known here. Jones, step back, no good, rebound. Rogers cutting the lane and fouled. A whistle on Muhammad Mbai, the 6'6" freshman from Johns Creek, Georgia. Whistled for the foul. It's going to send Quantavious Rogers to the line. And Rogers' first free throw is good. Rogers with 6 points. Jeremy Young led all scorers for Rowan College in the first half. Second free throw is good. So a pair of free throws there for Quantavious Rogers. 49-31. Coit, Jones, Boston, Mbai, Baxter are your starters for Atlantic Cape. Nice little dish there by Coit. Ball slapped away. Back the other way. Rogers loses the handle, but it's taken by Sam Bohr. And here comes a rebound. Coit, one-on-one. His shot goes up. It's too strong, but a foul on Lattice Taylor. Back to the free throw line we go.
Hey, way to be aggressive. He's not stopping. He's got a quick first step, using it to his advantage, and he is floating right by.
David Coit at the free throw line for Atlantic Cape. First one goes down. It's good. Coit's got 11. And the second free throw is good as well. 20-point lead, 12 points for Coit. And a foul on Baxter, just riding Sam Bohr on the near sideline there. Roadrunners will inbound, dressed in white with blue trim. Atlantic Cape in the navy, red, white, and blue. Sam Bohr working on Baxter, and Baxter, a little bit of a mismatch there, speed-wise. You got Nick Sambor, 6'3", Justin Baxter, 6'7", trying to defend out on the perimeter, and they're going to go to the bench early. Tim Bethel started the game. He'll come in now in place of Baxter. Nice pass down low, caught the Atlantic Cape defense napping just a little bit there. 51-33, near steal. Coit back to Jones. Jones for three. Jones is three-pointers short. Transition. Back the other way. Loses the handle. Stolen by Jones. Jones. Coit. Coit all the way. Coast to coast. He's fouled. And Coit hits the deck, wincing a little bit as he comes up, but he gets back to the free throw line. So hits a couple of free throws. Back to the line for Dave Coit. 12 points in the opener. Always nice to start the season off with a good game, get that scoring average up. Got 13, and Jones with 20, so 33 of the 52 has come from the Buccaneer backcourt. Second free throw good. A little pressure now. The trap near half court, and then they retreat. Corner three, Rogers, too strong, offensive board. Sambor just kind of launches it away, and it's stolen by Almeida. Coit in transition, and he goes coast to coast, the layup, in and out, no good. Rebound by Bethel, and then he loses the handle, and then the ball is on the ground, and Almeida is called for a foul on the loose ball. It's going to be the fourth team foul already for Atlantic Cape. They lead 53-33 with 17-16 left to play in the game. Opener all over college basketball tonight. Nick Sambor between the circles, left of the lane. Sambor, right-hand runner, and that goes. Tough shot by Nick Sambor, the sophomore out of Williamstown. Gets that lead back under 20. Fade away, back iron, no good, ripped down. Sambor, the outlet, tipped away, but then recovered by Lattice Taylor, and a nice little easy deuce. So a 4-0 run here, and a quick 30-second timeout taken by Atlantic Cape and the Buccaneers. They lead it 53-37. With 16:36 to play here in the game. Cape 53-37. Alan Ragland, head coach, wanted to talk some things over after a little 4-0 run there. Some sloppy play by his Buccaneers. They'll inbound the basketball. A little pressure now. A little full court. Boston, nice, leaves it for Bethel. There's a whistle before. Bethel went up with two hands. And an offensive foul by Boston. Good look, though. Bethel, big boy. 6'8", 235, sophomore from Atlantic City. Rowan College looking to keep this run going. They're on a 4-0 run. Sambor spinning. Gives up the dribble. Out to Taylor. Rogers, right of the lane, just kind of pushes it. And they nearly throw it away to the Roadrunners. Now a steal. Coit into the passing lane. Coit coast to coast. Coit with a layup, and it's good. Dave Coit, 16 for the guard. Trap. Corner. Three ball up, Sambor, front rim, no good, rebound, offensive board, put back is too strong. little battle for the ball in the corner. It's going to stay with the Roadrunners with 13 to shoot on the shot clock. Jeremy Young, who led the Roadrunners in scoring in the first half, he's making his first appearance here in the second half. Got to add a little scoring punch off the bench. Steal. Jones, one-on-one. Jones, and he is fouled en route to the bucket as Jeremy Young making him earn it. Atlantic Cape 55, Rowan College 37. Got a lot of college basketball happening tonight. So far, Richard Jones leads all scorers with 20. He's scoreless here in the second half. Speaking of hoops, shorthanded Sixers are beating the Bucks 100-99. That's in the fourth quarter. Big night for Tyrese Maxey with 29 points. Here it's 56-37. The second free throw good. Turnaround, quick shot, rip down, rebound, Boston. Outlet, Coit, cross court, three, Jones, back iron, no good. Almeida with an offensive board. They reset the shot clock. They'll pull it back out. Remember, the shot clock only resets to 20. Back up top, Coit, three, bang, from 2 feet behind the NBA line. So a long three by David Coit, who's got 19 now, and the Roadrunners throw it away. So Coit starting to go. The defensive pressure's up, and they're up by 22 with 14-13 to play here in the game. Bucks ball with a chance to push this lead and extend it. Coit. Stutter steps, backs up, man-to-man defense. Now they switch to a 2-3, extend that. Three, Coit, in and out, no good. Rebound, taken down by Jeremy Young. Young to Rogers. Rogers for three, front rim, no good. Off the hands, and tried to keep it inbounds was Mel Robinson, but he stepped on the end line, and it'll go back to the Buccaneers. 59-37, Bucks lead. Buccaneers will inbound. A little bit of pressure here by the Roadrunners. They got a trap in the corner. Bodies hitting the floor. Stays with Atlantic Cape. Another change for the Buccaneers is Justin Baxter, who's back into the game. Here's Coit, bounce pass for Baxter, too strong, and a turnover. Back the other way, Roadrunners leaves it, ball fake, and a foul. Justin Boston whistled for the foul. Isaiah Harold's in the game for Rowan College. This is Daniel Wellington, a freshman from Bridgeport, Connecticut. Excuse me, this is Mel Young, I believe. Nope, I was right the first time. Darnell Denby. Well, this view here, I can see 0-0. It looked like 20. 10. Free throw is good for Darnell Denby. .20 game. Here's Jones. He's got 21 for the Buccaneers. He leads all scorers. Chait with 19. Three, front rim no good. Rebound. Another opportunity with the offensive board. Jones, Coit, And Jones took a step before he got that off to Coit, and another turnover.
They're really putting the pressure on. I mean, the Roadrunners did a nice job there trying to rotate over, but the ball movement that Atlantic Cape has brought to the table, it's been a game changer.
Young, shot blocked. Nice piece of the ball there by Ensuelo Young. A lot of size for this Atlantic Cape team. Corner 3. Isaiah Harold's 3 is short, and the rebound is taken down by the Buccaneers. Down to Bethel. Bethel just tries to save it and throws it to the Roadrunners. Here comes Rogers. 4-on-1. Rogers spins, kick out, and the layup reversal there by Denby. So a transition bucket there for Rowan College. Jones cutting down the middle of the paint. He pulls up. Jones, too strong. Bethel with an offensive board. So Bethel working hard inside. Big Tim Bethel, 6'8" sophomore. One of those guys who just keeps working and working and working. Getting a lot of playing time here for Atlantic Cape. Started the game tonight, his sophomore season. First free throw by Bethel is good. Gives this team a big advantage at this level, 6'8" size in the paint.
And athletic, 6'8" at that. I mean, this guy is fluid.
Bethel made the first one. Second one coming. In and out, no good. Rebound taken down by Young. Over to Rogers, up the right side, the far sideline. Rogers right down the middle. Rogers kick out. Isaiah Harold spins. Harold leaves it down on the baseline. The ball's loose, and it is picked up by Jones. Outlet to Coit. Coit, 2-on-1. Coit leaves it for Bethel. Bethel gets one to fall. A little baby jumper right there, right in front of the rim, and Tim Bethel has a field goal that pushes the lead up to 21. Isaiah Harold for 3, too strong, and Coit comes down with a rebound. Heard a lot about Coit. He has not disappointed. 19 points for that man, number 11, David Coit, dressed in Buccaneer blue.
Well, I'll tell you, you won't be disappointed with Sunrun Solar, Mike. Sunrun Solar, jump on board right now, offering BFA viewers and listeners. If you go on, put BFA in the info bar, that's right, they're going to give you not 1, not 2, but 6 months of your electric bill right up front when you get installation. So jump on board, Sunrun Solar. Tell them BFA sent you.
Timeout on the floor, 62-41. All Atlantic Cape here with 12:04 left to play in the opening game of the 2021 college basketball season.
I'll tell you, I mean, the Roadrunners have moved the ball around quite nice. Sometimes maybe one pass too many, but they're getting the open shots, just haven't been able to put them down. And Atlantic Cape has just really done a great job of pressing on, taking advantage of second and third opportunities, dominating the boards, and we can't say enough about the guard play. I mean, the speed of the guards has been a big difference maker.
Yeah, Coit and Jones have definitely dominated on the offensive side, and I'll tell you, the size of Atlantic Cape has been a big problem for the Roadrunners on the defensive side of the ball. Baxter has a couple blocks. Bethel is a huge presence at 6'8". They've got two big guys at this level that, you know, most of the time you don't see a lot of size at the JUCO D3 level because those guys are getting scooped up. You get size like this with athletes, that's why a lot of eyes are on the Buccaneers with their size and athleticism. You're going to see a lot of people watching these games because they got a ton of talent, and the Roadrunners are finding out tonight. Atlantic Cape inbounds the ball, leading 62-41. Get it into Coit. Dave Coit between the circles. 10 to shoot. Jones. 7 on the shot clock. Jones, elbow jumper, short. Rebound, offensive board. Poked away. It looks like they're going to stay with Atlantic Cape. Going to be 28 is on the shot clock right now.
Yeah, rightfully so. But again, they're everywhere they need to be. Fundamental basketball, doing a great job boxing out, down in the paint, able to get second opportunities. And so the confidence is in the guards. The guards can pull up at will and know that the big guys underneath are going to get them the ball back if it doesn't fall. And it's been a rinse and repeat. So, a lot of discussion by the officials here. Wonder if they're talking about Truck Month over at RK Chevrolet on Delsey Drive in Vineland. Even if they don't have the inventory, Mike, they'll get that new Kia for you. So you got a Chevrolet, Kia, and Subaru. And congratulations to our friends at RK. Just opened a brand new Subaru dealership. So check them out, Delsey Drive in Vineland.
So they reset the shot clock. They brought it down to 20 instead of 28. Coit spins, leaves it for Jones. Jones, ball fake. Over to Coit. 8 to shoot on the shot clock. Coit with 5. Coit leaves it for Bethel, but a foul on the floor first. So Dave Coit penetrates again, gets by his man. Just too much on the perimeter from Dave Coit tonight. He's got 19 points, distributing the ball. Another substitution for the Roadrunners. This is Zaire Craven, a 6'6" freshman out of Camden. They leave it for Bethel. Bethel loses the handle. Denby back. Well, two-man game and a foul. Darnell Denby with a layup with the assist from Contavious Rogers, and the three-point opportunity now for Denby. It's Gloucester trying to get this lead back to 20. Or cut the lead to 20, I should say, and he does. The old-fashioned three-point play. 62-44, 18 points. Nice take to the bucket there. Mohamed Mbai with a layup. Rogers might have got away with a carry there. Got a foul. This will be Rogers at the free throw line. 7 points in the game. Front rim no good on the free throw. And stepping on the end line on the rebound is Young, so the Roadrunners will get the ball back. They have not really been able to get much closer than 20. 18 has been the closest they've been in this half. Bounce pass stolen away. Coit up the sideline. Coit gonna pull up for three. Coit for three!
Rinse and repeat. He's been hot.
Denby. Cross court, three. Sambor shot strong. Rebound, outlet. Coit, layup. Couldn't get the layup to fall, but he'll get to the line. So Dave Coit showing the inside, showing the outside, getting to the free throw line as advertised. 22 points for the guard for Atlantic Cape on opening night, 67-44. Chance to shoot two here from the free throw line. Dave Coit, Columbus, New Jersey. First free throw goes down. But all Atlantic Cape, they were down early in this game. The Roadrunners had an early lead. But Atlantic Cape took the lead and has not looked back. Second free throw is good. pushes that lead 25. Young. Denby shot, too strong. Up, Craven shot, blocked away. The rebound. Young goes up with a shot. It's too strong, but the putback there, it looked like Sam Bohr gets credited with that bucket. Coit for three, front rim no good. Rattles out.
Well, Mike, you talk about hot guard play. Tyrese Maxey drops 31 tonight, but not enough. As Giannis also drops 31, and the Sixers go down to the Bucks, 118 to 109.
A very short-handed Sixers team. Missing, 4 or 5 guys tonight.
Yeah, I was lucky you were actually here to call the game. I thought they were going to maybe call you up, see if you wanted to shoot the 3 ball from the corner.
I've been known to do that. A lot of college hoops tonight, too. As the start of the college basketball season underway, including right here in South Jersey as the Atlantic Cape and Rowan College taking center stage on BFA Sports, Atlantic Cape Buccaneers basketball.
Great shot there. Camera work down low. Nick Penza shooting that ball, shooting that camera all the way down the court there. If you love these shots, it's because our man Charles Hope behind the lens, high atop the big blue building here on the campus of Stockton.
At the free throw line, got Nick Sambor, a sophomore from Williamstown. Yeah, by the way, Villanova 91-51 over Mount St. Mary today. St. Bonaventure 75-47. Big game for mainland grad Osuno Sunier. He's going to be a guy who's probably going to hear his name in the NBA draft. Got Duke and Kentucky playing. That one just started as well. Coit lofts one up. Boston with the catch and athletic move there. Converts.
Thought we were going to get the flush.
Pushed from behind. All Atlantic Cape, and they are not letting up. 71-48, 9:34 to play here. This Atlantic Cape team has high hopes, big expectations, and so far we see why. They have been impressive tonight. And there's Richard Jones going to take a seat. Led all scores in the first half. It's been Dave Coit in the second half. That layup too strong. 3 ball, Sambor up, down it goes. 71-51, back to 20. Still plenty of time, 9:22. Coit down the middle of the lane. As the sea parts, he gets the bucket. Up the sideline, Young. And he leaves it on the baseline, too strong as him and Craven just not on the same page there. .24 for Coit. Long 3, Coit front rim, no good. Outlet, Denby, 2-on-1. Denby's pass, layup, good. No, he missed the easy one there. Did Lattice Taylor.
I got to stay sharp now. Got to stay sharp. Got a comfortable lead, but the finish, it's the thing that keeps coaches up at night. Got to finish.
A lot of Coit trying to pad those stats. He's got 24. Mbai. Boston at the elbow. Kick out. Almeida looking for some help. There's Coit. 9 to shoot. Mbai for 3. Off the back of the rim. No good. A strong rebound attempt, and Almeida came running in to try to knock that in. And it'll stay with the Roadrunners. 8-10 left to play. 73-51. Atlantic Cape in the lead.
And Mike, we got to be sure to thank the athletic directors for both Atlantic Cape, it's Jamal Edwards, and for Rowan College of South Jersey, Gloucester, Mr. Brian Rowan, for having us here on a neutral night for these squads playing at the campus of Stockton. I want to thank the college coaches who have subscribed to our YouTube channel and BFA Live Sports as well. Lots of people tuning in and doing a little bit of recruiting, which is something we pride ourselves on as well at BFA. And a guy that's certainly going to have a lot of eyes is that man at the free throw line, as he has been red hot, David Coit.
Atlantic Cape back in action Saturday. They'll be at Passaic County Community College on November 16th at 6 o'clock. They're home against Rowan College, Cumberland County. And they'll be at home for 3 straight against Niagara and then Bergen County. So we've got a couple chances coming up here to check out this very talented Atlantic Cape squad. They'll be at home on the 16th, the 19th, and the 20th. (74-51), 25 in the game now for Coit. Another turnover. Stolen away. A lot of turnovers tonight. That's been the one bugaboo for both of these teams. A whistle and a foul. Foul going to be charged to Jeremy Young. Nick Sambor at the free throw line. I thought he said 21 on the foul. I guess I heard that wrong. Maybe he said 1. Second free throw no good. Rebound taken down by Boston. Boston crosses the timeline over to Coit. 25 for Coit with the ball. Bounces off to the right-hand side. And that pass is tipped. Shot in the middle of the paint by Mohamed Mbai. And he was fouled. There's one thing I'm sure both coaches are going to go over after this one is the turnovers and a lot of fouls. Got 19 fouls total here in the second half after a very foul-oriented first half as well.
Yeah, early on in the season, plenty of time to make adjustments, but you don't want adjustments turning into bad habits.
Second free throw is good, 75-52. There's a trap. Boy, Atlantic Cape still putting the pressure on, and it causes another turnover as Sadiq King into the game could not handle that pass. King out of Camden. Part of that very talented group. Some pressure now by the Roadrunners, and they get a turnover off the pressure. And there's a tough layup there by Sam Bohr. So the Roadrunners trying to get one last push here. They get another steal. Sam Bohr, layup is good. 4 straight for Sam Bohr. There's the trap. Trying to get another steal. The ball's on the floor, and they just throw it away. King. And King looked like he either double dribbled. No indication. That looked like what it was, though. We'll go back to Atlantic Cape. So the Roadrunners really turning that pressure up. They've cut this lead back under 20 with 6:56 to go. Let's see if they can hold them off. Can the Buccaneers? Jones is back into the game, and Jones slices his way to the basket. He's fouled. Richard Jones, a big night on opening night for him with 21. Foul charge there to Darnell Denby. So Jones and Coit have 46 of the 75. And Richard Jones' first free throw, no good. Jones spent some time at Mississippi Valley State, got a couple of appearances in some games for there. Had a game against Iowa State of the Big 12, so he has played in some major big-time games. He's got 22 after the free throw. Three ball up, and down it goes. Darnell Denby with a deep three. Near steal. Coit loses the handle. King fires the pass. 3-on-1, layup good. And another bucket there for Sam Bohr. So the pressure, the heat get turned up a little bit by the Roadrunners. They cut the lead down to 15. Almeida's shot blocked away. The rebound is put back. It's short and an outlet pass. And the layup is good for Lattice Taylor. And that's going to cause a Allen Ragland timeout. 76-63. Here come the Roadrunners. Atlantic Cape leads with 6:02 left to play here on BFA Sports.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
All right, back here on the campus of Stockton University, Jerry Matthews Court, home of the Stockton Ospreys. Tonight it's hosting the Atlantic Cape Buccaneers season opener, Buccaneer basketball here on BFA Sports. They lead Rowan College of South Jersey, Gloucester County, 76-63. Did I get that right?
You did. That's a lot. Doesn't fit on a T-shirt. That's why I need to kind of abbreviate it with some initials. They charge extra by the letter, I think.
The Roadrunners forced a timeout for Atlantic Cape, 76-63. Closest they've been all half here, down to 13.
Yeah, Coach Ragland, good timeout there. Kind of felt a little bit of a sway. You know, you thought you have a 20-point lead, and then you get a little bit start to see the Roadrunners start chipping away just over 6 minutes. If they get hot from the outside, you can have your hands full real quick.
A lot of pressure from their defense. They forced a lot of turnovers here in the last 2 minutes to get themselves kind of within striking distance. See how Atlantic Cape comes out of the timeout. 76-63, 5:55 left to play in the game. Jones trying to get some separation from King. Off on the right-hand side for Coit. Coit bounce pass to Jones. Jones into the middle of the paint, and he's fouled.
Jones has been aggressive, not afraid to put the ball on the floor, take it to the hole. And the confidence, again, the big men of Atlantic Cape give their guards is huge because they know if they take it strong, there's a real good opportunity, good chance they're going to get the ball back.
First free throw is no good. Got to make your free throws if you want to hold these leads and extend them. 13-point lead. Richard Jones. And that free throw's no good. And then a foul over the back, and we're going to walk the floor as both teams are in the double bonus the rest of the way. 5:43 left. So you're going to get Sadiq King, a 6'4" freshman from Camden, at the free throw line. King's first free throw is good. Cuts the lead down to 12.
Listen, this was always the maddening part of being a Sixers fan last year. Right? You get to the charity stripe late in the game, you got to make your free throws to protect those leads. Something these guys need to learn early and often.
King makes a pair. Now the pressure. The lead is 11. Coit for a bucket at the elbow. Step back. Coit can't get it to fall. The rebound. Put back. Way off the mark. Rebound. Boston tied up. And we've got a jump ball, and the possession arrow faces Rowan College.
I mean, being down within striking range, first game of the season, you got to think everyone's legs are a little bit heavy, so why not force the guards to go to the line and beat you by making their free throws and continue to put the pressure on defensively. I like the strategy. We talked about it before the game, Mike. Only 9 players on the roster for Atlantic Cape versus a very deep bench for RCGC, so they got a lot of fouls that they can kind of take here.
25-point lead is evaporated to 11. Sambor. He's got 18. Down on the block, backing his way in. Denby, cross court, 3, off the mark, rebound, off the hand of Young. It'll stay with Rowan College. 4:57 to play, an 11-point deficit.
Roadrunners are going to go back, watch this video, and just kind of cringe when they see the open looks that they had early and now late in the game. If they could put those down, this is probably a 4 to 5 point game right now.
Well, they've crawled back into this one behind some tenacious defense and some timely buckets there. Nick Sambor has got 18 points. He's kind of led the way in this second half. We haven't seen a lot of Jeremy Young, who led the way in the first half.
A lot of discussions again by the officiating crew.
Young had 13 in the first half, and he has kind of gone scoreless here in the second half. Sambor has kind of stepped it up. And Denby, those are the 3 in double figures for Rowan College. Bounce pass off the inbound. Sambor, 3, down it goes! So they have cut the lead under 10 with just under 5 minutes to play. Sambor got 21 for Rowan College. Jones with a tough baseline jumper to kind of push it back to double figures. Boy. And then you got good defense as Jones turns up the intensity and gets a turnover as Lattice Taylor steps on the end line.
This is where it's going to be gut check time for Atlantic Cape. They got this lead built on defense. Now they need to start contesting the ball out front of the point. It looks like Coach Ragland starting to have them defend end-to-end in the court again.
Lead back to 10 off the turnover. Atlantic Cape with the ball. Coit, Almeida slashing to the lane and steps beforehand. Turning the ball over is Young. And boy, we talked about the theme of this game, turnovers and fouls.
Yeah, growing up, or mom's always said, you got to make sure you close that back door. Don't let that draft in.
10-point game, 4:15 to go. Kick out, corner 3, King, short, rebound, Sambor up and no good, but he's fouled. So, boy, Sambor has been a one-man wrecking crew for this Roadrunners team. He has single-handedly tried to keep this team in the game. They trail by 10 with just 4:05 left to go. You've got to make these free throws. Nick Sambor, Williamstown, New Jersey. Free throw in and out. Giving you free points with the clock stopped. These are imperative. And Sambor shot's no good. Gets the offensive board, loses the handle. Sambor comes out with it. So a second chance opportunity. Sambor cuts to the lane, loses the handle, ball's on the floor, kick out 3, up and Taylor shot, no good. Rebound on the offensive board, 2 guys fighting for the same team. They lose the handle. Coit comes out and the layup is blocked away by Taylor. Comes up with his own board. Here they come up the sideline. Taylor driving all the way to the bucket, too strong, no good. Offensive board, Denby loses the handle. Kick out for King, and they're going to reset the offense with 3:35 left to play. Trying to get a bucket, couldn't get the transition to go. They trail by 10. Denby, corner, King, 3, down it goes, and it's a 7-point game.
The momentum just absolutely shifted. I mean, look at the hustle that you have all over the court. RCGC just willing their way back into this one.
And then a nice look for King. He's had a bunch of those looks, couldn't get any of them to fall, and then he gets that one to go to cut the lead to 7 with 3:18 left to play on BFA Sports.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
A big three by Sadie King, the freshman, has cut this lead to 7. Atlantic Cape with the ball back. They lead 78-71 coming out of the timeout. 3:18 to play. King hit a 3, then he tried to inbound the ball. Slick move there.
Keep the officials on their toes.
They need a bucket here. Jones trying to see if he can get something. He and Coit have really led the way. 49 points for the backcourt of the Buccaneers. Jones, hands off to Coit. Coit, one-on-one in the middle of the paint. A runner, no good. Sambor to Taylor. Taylor, one-on-one, goes to the bucket, and it is short, and he's fouled from the backside by Young. And these free points with the clock stopped here, you're going to send Lattice Taylor to the free throw line. You see him just trying to separate between the two. And Young ran up from behind him. Here's Lattice Taylor. And can't get the free throw to fall. Taylor at the line. 4 for 4 from the free throw line in the opener. He had 14 points and 10 rebounds in that game. Second free throw. Rolls around, can't fall. The offensive board, Young, and he is fouled between two Buccaneers, and Jeremy Young will get to the line. So Young working hard. He had a great first half, kind of quiet here in the second half, but when they need him the most, he gets that offensive board. He gets to the line and has a chance to get some points with the clock stopped. 2:48 left to go. As you mentioned, Doug, a short Atlantic Cape bench.
The officials just yelled no substitution on the first shot.
Double bonus, both sides. Young's free throw is no good. Yeah,
I know Halloween was about a week and a half ago, but, man, they're getting haunted by these free throws right now.
This would be a much different game if some of these free throws in the last 2 minutes had gone down. Jeremy Young free throw is good on that one, so he does get 1 of 2, makes it a 6-point game. 2:48 left to play. Jones turning on the Jets. Jones trying to get a bucket, too strong, and the rebound. Oh, two guys on the same team fighting for the ball, and now it's on the floor. And boy, they couldn't come up with it. Both guys were trying to grab it, and then it turns back over to Atlantic Cape. You can see Jones trying to get a bucket to kind of push the Roadrunners off, but he cannot get that bucket to fall. And it's a 6-point game with 2:35 left to go. Jones to Coit. See if Coit, he's got 25 in the game. Coit, back to Jones.
Got big bodies there, leaving the paint wide open, trying to stretch this thing out, pave the way here for Jones.
Jones, separation, fadeaway shot, no good. Rebound, it's still fall. Jones gets the put back in, good. So a little loose change shot there. 80-72, Mbai called for the foul. Boy, a nice putback there. Roadrunners play defense. They get the shot, they get the miss, and they can't get the offensive board there. There is a foul. Nick Sambor. Now he makes the free throw, but they blew the whistle first, and they're going to get a substitution. So now they're going to let him sub in on the first shot. This is Justin Boston into the game. Now Sambor, who made the original free throw that was blown dead, he misses the second one. With a lot of missed free throws at the end of the game here for Gloucester. They cannot get the free throw to fall, so he goes 0 for 2, and Boston comes down with the miss. Jones up to Coit. Coit left of the lane, spins back out. Under 2 minutes to play. It's an 8-point game. Coit, baseline. Kick out. 12 to shoot. 8 on the shot clock. Jones, 5 on the shot clock. 3, good! A huge 3 by Boston, the lefty. Gets one in the corner and pushes that lead back to 11.
Coming up clutch.
Sambor leaves it down low, intercepted. And that might be the dagger as the layup by Boston is good on the outlet pass, and the lead back to 13. 5 in a row for Boston. He's got 15, and the Bucks take a lead. Pressure. Denby for 3. And that's in and out, no good. The rebound, Taylor, gets that one to go, and a timeout taken with exactly 1 minute to play, 85-74. But Boston with a 3 and then a layup pushes the lead to 11 with 1 minute to go here on BFA Sports. Justin Boston with 5 straight points for Atlantic Cape. He pushes the lead up to 11. I think at the end of the day, turnovers, fouls have been a huge story in this game. But, man, a lot of missed free throws for Gloucester here.
I'm imagining if we were on the Gloucester gym probably tomorrow for practice, you can imagine the amount of free throws are going to be shot.
Trying to split defenders.
But again, this is early in the season. You kind of see that a lot. You see a little bit of the heavy legs, even though you think you're in great shape, great conditioning. But Atlantic Cape, give these guys credit. You had mentioned here, rattle off 5 straight points. That's the equivalent of being at a Yankees game watching Mariano Rivera come out of the bullpen. Slam the door.
Conversely, Atlantic Cape is hitting their free throws and pushing the lead up to 12. 27 points for Richard Jones, make it 28 after the free throw. Atlantic Cape has essentially played everybody all night. Their rotation has been very short, very small, because they only have the 8-man rotation. In the corner for 3, no good. Coit. And he's fouled. To Atlantic Cape, unless something bizarre happens here tonight, is going to start the season 1-0, and they get a monster game from their backcourt of Jones and Coit, who's at the free throw line looking to extend his 25 points. And his first free throw is good. Jones has them edged right now, 28-26, but those two guys have shown everybody why all eyes are on the Atlantic Cape Buccaneers this season. 27 right now for Dave Coit after those two free throws. And the near steal and the quick hands. And Coit turning up the defensive intensity, even up by 15 with 37 seconds to go.
It's the kind of effort every college coach wants to see. I mean, whistle to whistle. You don't hear that buzzer, I'm playing. I'm going to make it a long night for you.
That's right. And at this point, if you're Alan Ragland, you're just saying, guys, there's no need to foul. You're up 15 with 30 seconds left. They want to take a shot, just get a hand in the face.
A lot of tenacity. That was a John Chaney staple item, especially back in the 80s and the 90s. Tenacity. Got to play defense tenacious.
Rough night at the line. At the end of the day, I mean, this game would have been a lot differently had Rowan College been able to convert from the free throw line.
I feel like I'm going back in time watching the Sports Bash last year during the Sixers playoffs. They're on 97.3 ESPN.
Got to make your free throws. Got to make your free throws. This game would have been way different late here had Rowan College made some free throws. They get a turnover and a layup. Elementary, my dear Watson, 89-77. As Jones will dribble it out. He leads the way with 28 points as the Buccaneers beat the Roadrunners on opening night 89-77. 28 points for Richard Jones, 27 for Dave Coit as the Buccaneers, as advertised, in impressive fashion over Rowan College of South Jersey, Gloucester County. The Roadrunners fall to 1-1, and the Buccaneers start the season off 1-0 here on BFA Sports. An impressive evening for the Buccaneers as we will wrap it up here from Pomona on the campus of Stockton University. Charles Hope, Nick Penza on the cameras, Sean O'Brien, good job on the scoreboard. That right there is Doug Stasic on the production, and even included a little color for you.
Just a touch of color, Mike.
And I'm Mike Gill. This has been Atlantic Cape Buccaneers basketball on BFA Sports.